Hey everybody, I wanted to jump on and make a quick informational video about this year's mission trip. I figured with everyone's schedule and some of the things still up in the air, this would be a great way to get information, give you what you need to help you make a decision if you're going to go on this year's trip, and then allow you a place too, if you have any questions, to think about those and then get back to us. And so really excited about this year's trip to the Dominican Republic. We are going back to the same city we were in last year, Sosua, Sosua. It is a really, really cool place, a really special place. We have a direct connection there through our friend Luke Wilkerson. He did ministry there years and years ago, built some relationships, and we are going back and working with those relationships and working in the same areas, working with the churches there. And so right now, while we do have a few things up in the air, it is intentional. Sarah and I have been setting up trips just like this since 2004. And so we have learned how to save money. We have learned how to make it so cost effective yet and incredible with food and lodging. And so right now what we have slated is that we are leaving on May 23rd. And we know we are staying somewhere around a week. We look at that. When we leave, when we come back. All that is based on airfare pricing. We try to make this as cost effective as possible for you, but also give you enough information so that you're able to get off work and adjust family vacation, etc. So right now, we have slated May 23rd, and we are anticipating staying there between 7 and 9 days, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. If you have any concerns about that date, if you say, this day is better for me, I'd love for you to respond and let us know what works for you. Please, if you have work obligations, a wedding, get back to us and let us know that because we may be able to even make some adjustments and make that work for you. And so we are going back to Sosua. Sosua is really special and lots of work to do there. And so this year, we're going to do much the same. We have the basketball tournament planned. We had one last year. It was our first one, and so we learned a lot. We're going to make it bigger and better. We do evangelism there and minister to the people that come, the fans, the players, and so we're going to do a basketball tournament. We also gave out soccer balls. We did construction. We cleaned up a playground. There's still some work to do there, so we will do that. And we also built a home for someone. We're looking to do the same. We did evangelism. We used dramas, and the young people did dramas. We preached the gospel in many of the different areas there. We did a food ministry. We look to do that again, where we give out food to people. And we also did water filters. We know that there's a lot of illnesses, and a lot of it is due to a really, really poor water quality. So we found a ministry there where we're able to buy and distribute water filters. So this year we're looking to do about the same. Last year we worked in Sosua. There's a neighborhood there. We really started to make a relationship with the lower part of the community. So we're looking at probably kind of spreading ourselves over that. And then also we have a relationship with a Haitian refugee village, which is really cool. It's about 10 minutes away from where we're at in Sosua. They speak French Creole. It really allows you to get to minister the gospel in another culture, a completely different language. They speak French Creole. So it is really, really cool to be in a place where there are very different people groups, two very different cultures, and watch Jesus at work in both of those. So we're going to do that again. And so this year's trip the cost will be about the same as what it was last year. We're anticipating a $1,500 cost. Some of that, like I said, is in flux because we are watching airfare. We have to, if you've done any researching of airfare before, prices can jump, but also they usually climb the closer that you get to the date. So what we like to do is buy our airfare first. And so we're asking everyone to get us $500 by the middle to end of March. We'll have that date nailed down, and we're going to buy your airfare then. I know that's a larger lump sum of money, a little bit quicker, but it's the best way for us to keep the costs low. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about how we're going to raise funds, but again, we're going to $1,500 cost, $500 of that due probably in about 6 to 8 weeks. And we do offset all costs with our fundraisers that we do, and we're really excited. We have some really great ones in the works for this year. And so the first one is actually on the 8th of February. If you're watching this video before then and you're interested in jumping in on that, send us a message, respond to the text, but let us know. So if we do this fundraiser on the 8th and it makes money, that will come off. It will be deducted from the $500 that you owe for your airfare. And so We'll buy our airfare, and then the rest of the money, the other $1,000, can come in slowly. And so we'll go over that in a payment plan really soon. But most of that is for lodging and food, which we don't need until we get there. And speaking of lodging and food, the Dominican is really, really cool. We are going to stay. We looked at a lot of different places. We looked at hotels. We looked at different lodging options. And we found a really, really cost-effective way to stay at homes, VRBO, Airbnb homes on the beach. And these homes are so great. They are the equivalent of where you'd stay on vacation at a resort. The food is the same. And so we found it, though, to be very cost-effective for a group our size to stay in homes. And so we're going to do that. If you are watching this and you're a married couple and you'd like to have your own room, you can let us know that, and we will make adjustments for that. For the most part, it's just like 3-4 bedroom homes, full kitchen. We try to prepare some of our meals there. The rest we eat out. The $1,500 that you're turning in will include all your travel, including airfare out of Knoxville. We usually fly directly out of Knoxville, so there's no bus rides. It includes all your lodging. It includes most of your meals. We usually try to do a couple meals out, what we have you pay for out of your spending money. And then besides that, all you need is spending money and your passport, and you are good to go. This trip is, if you've priced out other trips, if you've looked at any other groups, you know $1,500, including airfare, is unheard of. And a lot of that comes from just experience and learning how to do this. And also us as a church being a little bit fluid with knowing that there's going to be, that we may leave on the 24th, or we may come back on a Saturday or a Sunday. And so we're going to keep all that open. And so back to fundraising real quick, because I know $1,500 is a whole lot of money, especially if you're a young person. So we have our first fundraiser planned on the 8th. We're going to schedule another one before airfare is due to try to really cut into that and get that lowered. The other thing that I'm going to include, if you've texted the keyword missions to our number and gotten this, you're also going to get another attachment, and it's going to be our fundraiser letter. Many people, many believers, even people outside of faith, love to participate in your life, especially when it comes to missions. And there's something about people that can't go on mission trip, people that have been, and maybe now they're in a frame of life with kids or family and they can't go. People love to give to missions. Missions is something that excites people. And so we made it really easy for you. We gave you a sample fundraiser letter. And in this letter, it basically allows you to edit it, put up your photo, etc., and say, hey, I'm going on a mission trip. I'm leaving on May 23rd. I'm going to the Dominican. I'm going to be speaking. I'm going to be doing dramas. I'm going to be preaching the gospel. I'm going to be giving water filters. And I'd love for you to participate. I'd love for you to donate. I'd love for you to be in prayer for my trip. And so when you send these letters out, think about who owns businesses, think about aunts and uncles, people you go to church with, and it is astonishing how many people give to these letters. And we've had people have their entire trips paid for and then some. We've actually had people had their whole trips paid for just from letters and had so much money left over they've paid for other people's trip. That there's just something about the generosity of people, especially concerning the Great Commission, that people love to give to. So I'm going to encourage you, maybe you went last year and you didn't do the letters, or you didn't do them on a large scale, or maybe you thought, it's such a burden, you didn't want to really burden other people. I'm going to encourage you to send these letters out, because there is a special blessing for people that give, especially into the hearts and lives of people they care for, to see the world changed. And so I've included that fundraiser letter there, and how and so you'll see that on the attachment. If you did not get that, or you need that, message below, send me a text. I will get you a sample letter so that you can adjust it and make your own. And we would love for us to all to be able to do fundraisers and make sure that financially everything is covered, and that this is not an enormous burden on you. And so this year we do, like I said, we have other fundraisers planned. We're going to do them bigger and better. We're hoping to raise a lot more money than we did last year. We have just some good things on the books. So I guess that's it. Any questions, please let me know. We try to be so safe, so fluid concerning travel, diet. If you have restrictions on your food, if you have questions or concerns about the heat, please just let me know. This trip it's us. We're putting it on. We are very flexible. We try to stay aware of the team. If there's a day that's too hard, we come back a little bit earlier. The great thing about Sosua is we're going to be doing missions. We're going to be out doing construction, but also we happen to drive by the beach every single day everywhere we go. So we're going to have beach time. We are anticipating surf lessons again, which was great last year. We're going to build off of that. And so you are going to have so much fun. You're going to experience the wealth of community, the joy of being in a culture that is not your own. You're going to have the rewards of preaching the gospel to people. And then also, you're going to have a lot of fun at the beach. You're going to have a lot of laughter with your friends. And so it is going to be a great time. I encourage you again, if you are a married couple, if you're college age, if you think, you know what, maybe this mission trip isn't for me and it's mostly for teenagers, it's not. It's for everyone. You're going to have a great time. Please, though, ask any questions, fire away if you have anything, and we will have a more precise schedule. We will actually have some drama practices where we practice our evangelism, we practice our Spanish, we practice our Creole. We'll have those on the books before we go, but I wanted to get this started as quick as possible so we could go ahead and start raising money, so that we could go ahead and start turning in money for our airfare so that we can get ready to go. So thank you guys for your time, and I will see you soon.